So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to have a good time. This is actually, I use watches, 12:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Eastern Seaboard, rocking it out here in Florida. I am enjoying the start of my birthday with a nice late night, early morning stream. I'm going to go for a few hours here before I catch some Z's and nod off. The little one did just fall asleep, so that means it's my time to play. Thank the Lord, the Heavenly Lord. The first start of this stream is going to actually be designing for about an hour. I'm going to try and include a little design for about an hour until I get some of the stuff that I have for my friends taken care of, so that they have, content that's good for their streams as well. I'm doing it as a favor to people who are more affiliated with me. I don't charge for it if you contribute to my community and so on. So for some friends of mine who I consider very close, I am in the process of building some things. Like, we did an emote yesterday on the stream. Today we're going to start the process of throwing together the mock for the esports logo for them. It's an esports type logo, so we're going to get a lot of reference images and everything for all different sorts of esports logo style characters. But the main thing is this person is into cosplay, and they are into Harley Quinn a lot. So I want to try and take a lot of the essential elements between both esports design logos, which is basically a character fundamentally with something in their hands, and then the character that she likes the most, which is Harley Quinn. Kind of mash all those together. So we're going to need a lot of reference images, and we're going to need some good esports logo reference images. So hope you guys are ready for it. We're going to get this thing kicked off by switching on over to my design table. And voila. So let's see here. Let's gather up some stuff for her. By the way, this person that I'm designing for, her streaming name is Royal Rebel. She is an up-and-coming streamer who streams over on Twitch. It's actually pronounced Royale Rebel, and it's Rebel spelled with two L's, so it's almost like Bell with R-E before it. So, what do we want? We want some esports logo references. So there are a lot of elements that I have seen for like the last year and a half that I've been streaming. There's a lot of elements that I've seen that contribute to an esports logo, and it's either you have one fundamental character development that you've built into the logo. Like for me, my esports logo that I designed was the Skyhawk Gaming logo, which those of you that have seen it, you already know what it looks like. It actually has no branding of my title on it, anything like that. I'm glad that I did, because thanks to switching over to YouTube over Twitter, I was actually able to get rid of the TV before Skyhawk, because YouTube is awesome like that. They allow you to have nice usernames like you want to have. So just to show you guys what my esports logo looks like. And this is more for printing on like merchandise than anything else, because I do want to eventually get them on a shirt. It'd be nice to be able to have and wear on stream. But why are you taking forever to open up, huh? Come on, fool. But this is essentially the design that I created for myself, that represents myself to the best of its abilities. Wow, photo viewer, you are sucking right now. Do I need to switch a different default? Yep, can I switch a different default? Cool. Okay. Hang on. I just have to change that to... What are we gonna do? I guess we'll open up a paint. There we go. So those of you that have seen it before, this is my kind of esports logo. It is designed specifically to be able to be printed onto merchandise. and very iconic to the stream. Although you guys are used to me having my Rick and Morty character of myself, this is actually designed for a little bit more of a branding for me. So that's basically what we're trying to do for her. We may include lettering in hers, though. I haven't decided yet because I haven't gotten to that aspect yet. But essentially, this is what we want. We want something that kind of speaks to the character. For me, this covers Skyhawk and the main premise of my show, which is gaming, right? Design is something that I do when I'm doing it for myself or helping out others. And that's when we include it for about an hour on the stream. So, that being said, let's get some of these things together. Kirby! Hit me with the happy birthday, nerd. I like it, bro. Thank you very much, man. Don't ask how old I am. I'm not telling. You probably already know because you probably remember because I've probably said it before. Let's see. We need characters. Let's see. Wow, that is a dope looking graphic design for Keanu Reeves' face in Cyberpunk 2077. I'm so looking forward to that release in September. I hope nothing delays it. We shall see. All right, Kirby, I'll see you in 27 minutes, whatever that means. You want to finish this movie? Go finish it, bro. Go finish it. I'm designing for the next hour, so at around 1:15, I will be ending the design portion and hopping over to games. I'm probably not going to be hopping over to Fortnite tonight, though. I'm probably going to hit my brother up and see if he wants to play something. So, just a forewarning, bro. All right, so... How about we get away from the esports for a second and stream our logos? Because this is where they get a little bit more away from including esports in the title and the design. And this is where you get a lot of different graphic designers from Fiverr who have put together a lot of different concepts, a lot of different mock-up concepts. And that is not yielding me what I want. So let's go and get some Harley Quinn Zealous. Get a couple reference images for her. And the real question is, which now I don't know because I never actually saw her Harley Quinn stuff. Maybe I'll check and see her channel and see if she has her Harley Quinn cosplay up on her channel. But because I've never seen her Harley Quinn stuff, I don't know if she references or prefers to reference the Harley Quinn from the films, from the DC universe, or if she prefers to reference the Harley Quinn from the animated series. And the Harley Quinn from the animated series pretty much wears the clown outfit to accommodate an appearance that suits being next to the Joker. Let's take a look. We'll grab a couple of them. I'm pretty sure like everybody nowadays likes this image. And that's kind of like the new face of Harley nowadays because, I don't know, maybe it's because she bears more skin? Maybe? I don't know. It's possible. Alright, we're gonna take that, move that out there. Let's get some other mock-up prototypes. For those of you that don't know, I am a composition artist or designer. I use reference work to be able to piece together and build the design that I'm after because my freehand is not as good. Oh snap, they had Harley Quinn in Fortnite? Damn. Damn. They probably had that at the same time that they had the Batman skin in Fortnite, which now I'm hoping comes back around, which it did supposedly last year for international, or at least Batman Day. I assume it's international, but I don't know for sure. It might just be something we celebrate here in America. But Batman Day. And I'm hoping that it comes around again. It's going to be September. I think it's the 15th. Batman Day is September 21st. Okay. That's the day that I want to check and see if Fortnite brings Batman back out. I hope they do. I really, really hope they do. It would be bad to the ace. Yeah, this is kind of like a normal look for Harley Quinn nowadays. I doubt that her cosplay is original Harley Quinn. I really doubt that it is. As much as this is Harley as I grew up with her, nowadays everybody just really, really likes the newer version of Harley Quinn. It's kind of sad, actually, when I think about it. Totally different. But bearing skin is kind of like the name of the game these days. Okay, I think I've got enough Harley Quinn reference images. Ooh, this one actually. This one has her mallet in it. Which I'm a bigger fan of her mallet. At least they had her with a mallet at some point in time. I'm a bigger fan of the mallet than I am the baseball bat. Original Harley used a mallet. She used a mallet! Dagnabbit. Okay, last reference image for Harley Quinn. Okay. That's enough, Quinzelis. Yeah, that's enough for Harley Quinn. Now we just need some mock esports logos. And I'm not really... Spartan kind of gives me some idea. And all I'm really looking for is the best way to do this. Build just the character, focus on shape-centrics around it, or build the character, focus on the typography with the character. Rebel and I did talk, and she is, as a matter of fact, she is an actual fan of typography for her appearance, and so I may try and squeeze it in there. I just don't know yet. Don't hold me to it. Because at the end of the day, it's what works and what doesn't. I'm so tired of seeing the ninja-esque logos that people go after. And by ninja-esque logo, I'm talking about the ones where they focus really hard on hitting the most simple and basic shapes that people commit to memory in graphic design. Triangles, circles, these are shapes that people commit to memory a lot easier, and so that's why I look at something like this and I instantly think about Ninja's logo and how this is just a knockoff, a cheesy knockoff. Let's take this reference image. Put that right there. I also want to sneak this one because maybe the idea of the mallet going over the back might be a good idea. We shall see. Ooh, that one's not a bad concept right there. I like the position. The off-centerness of the actual lean in the person shows that there's actually movement in this logo. And so I like that a lot. You never, in your design or in your character drawings, you never want your character to be standing straight up vertical with no actual shape or bend to them, because it doesn't look realistic. It looks unrealistic because nobody holds themselves like that. And as a result, it doesn't convey action. It doesn't convey a line of action or motion inside of the character. I really do like the idea of this one, though. I really, really do. All right, so what we need is, if we're going to go in this direction, we need to get some stuff made real quick. End all be all, I want this mallet. I really do want that mallet. Let's freeze all those images and let's build that mallet. Needs to be extremely rudimentary. That's one thing I've gotten out of these esports logos, is that they are all extremely crude and rudimentary. In fact, I'd say some of them are partially pixelated, which is not attractive in my opinion, but who am I, you know? So I sit around there and go, who the hell is that guy? When did he become a master of design? No. Screw him. Actually, let's go. Is that wood or is that... They're using a kind of painted wood, like blue, with a handle at the bottom. So, let's go. If this were hanging over the back, the light would be to the top of it, which means since I would be rotating this to the opposite side, smiley face up or smiley face down? Right now that's the smiley face down. I think smiley face down has more of an impact to it. So, all right, let's get a color assigned to this here. Let's get the proper angle. So if this was down, then I want the black to be on the bottom half. I want the shadows to be on the lower half of the handle. Just gotta get my angle correct. Almost. There. You know, I hate doing it that way with the angles. So what I'm going to do is grab the gradient tool. Okay. So there's a gradient tool. I want these two to butt up pretty good and hard so that it really makes it look like the shadows are stuck to the bottom. There we go. I'll soften up the mix between the two. Dialing that back in. Okay. So that right there is the start to our mallet. And then actually, let me take that back. In order for this to be what I've seen in those esports logos, there needs to be a very, very light highlight on the outside. I mean, extremely light. Okay, what's going on here? All right. Okay. And then of course it can't be anything on an esports logo unless it has an absolute thick damn outline around it for some damn reason. I don't know why that's such a popular thing. I have these outlines on them. Personally, I'm not a huge fan. There we go. Okay. Moving along. Get along, little doggy. Alright, so next we're going to do the mallet. And we're going to make this even more basic than it is. We want to keep some of that texture though, like the mallet's been beaten to a pulp. So I'm going to keep the notches in the head of it. Like literally it looks like this thing has been beaten over somebody's head. On both sides, apparently. Alright. Now then. We need a kind of wood grain to it. And I will, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and empty that for a second. Stroke on the outside. All right. I think I need to take the time and make the closer into it. You guys will notice that I don't use the shortcuts a lot. It's mainly because I never took the time to want to learn them. I'm perfectly fine at the speed and pace I do things because it allows me to slow down at times and really look at what I've just done. There we go. Okay. So with that shape done, then I don't mind going ahead real quick and just actually building the back to this again. Polly want a cracker. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. We'll take that length right there, throw it on the bottom. Now, for that, we will fill in the inside with a kind of wooden tone. And then for this guy, we will take something a little bit darker, yeah? There we go. And then we'll throw the stroke back on. It is definitely a 3. Definitely a 3. Alright. Let's round out those edges, the corners. And survey says number 1 answer is to make that look a little bit more connected. There we go. Okay. So I do gotta throw the gradients on there, but it is looking pretty spiff so far. Let's lock in the handle and Let's go ahead and get the other design elements in there. Now let's worry about the gradient first. Yeah. So that one actually uses kind of a 360 gradient. Whoa, George. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? Oh, snap. Rip. Yeah. That's not how that's supposed to go. Come on. There we go. All right. Let's do the gradient. Let's do the gradient. Now we want a darker brown. We don't want black. I'm gonna take a darker brown, throw it to the outside. No, get it off the stroke. Get it off the stroke. Oof. Damn. No. Thank you. Let's hop off that for a second. Jump back on. And then go with the stroke. Perfecto. What we want is we want a little bit bigger of a center, and then we need to take and warp this kind of. For those of you who have never done graphic design before, I will honestly tell you straight up, hands down, it is a tedious thing, and it takes time. That's why graphic designers cost money. Also, the extreme tediousness is kind of one of the reasons why I haven't fully just devoted my life to it. That might be a little too dark. And oh, come on. I lost the damn thing. There we go. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Well, which way did you go, George? Which way did you go? All right, so that is our wood on that side. Now we need to focus on this, and I need to really quickly see. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so there are quite a couple different color tones in there. Let's go ahead and just dive on in and give it a shot. Let's keep this. Hello, can you go? Can you go back to linear? Take this and bring it around like that. Because if the light source is towards the top, remember, if the light source is towards the top, that means the shadows are going to be towards the bottom. Just like so. Let's get a little bit more red in there, maybe. And a slight bit more orange. That's more like it. Now I need the dark tone in between those two. All right, Miss Harley Quinn's mallet is coming together. I just need the designs that are on them. Okay, that one's pretty straightforward and simple. That one's going to be grab a good, there we go, from the red. I'm just going to be a couple quick shapes. Bazam. Yeah. Okay. That actually needs to be the stroke. And the stroke needs to get thick. I need to be able to see just how that stroke's going. I don't like that red. I want it redder. More red. So it'd be dark on the shadow side of the mallet. But cap those bad boys off. Okay. Maybe a 1.5. Maybe a 1.5. There we go. All right, let's take this. What's up, Kirby? What did you watch that you just realized that you don't like? That was the coolest shit you ever seen in an anime movie? I actually don't know which movie you were watching, so I can't really tell you whether or not I've seen it. Now, if it's Sword Art, then absolutely, I've seen that. Alright, you are actually... Go. Let's go ahead and dude, so like, okay, I get it, you're crying, it's emotional, it was intense, it was all these things, your hormones are raging, you're feeling incredibly overwhelmed by the anime and the amazingness, but what the hell did you watch? How about we start with that? The movie is called My Hero Academia Heroes Rising, but you have to watch My Hero Academia show first. Okay. Well, the reason I was asking was to find out whether or not I had any way whatsoever, way, shape, or all, at being able to relate to what you were talking about. The answer is no, so now I don't feel so bad. Well, I think that's always going to be subjective. Thoughts of, the premise of whether one thing is better than the other is always left to the eye of the individual watching it or the eye of the beholder. So I can't exactly just rule on that with you and tell you yes until I see it. Oh, come on. Whatever. Group them up then. Let's see. To be honest, it's coming to dub next week, but I could wait so I watch. You couldn't wait so you watched it in sub. That's what's up, man. You knew what you wanted. You went after it. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. I feel like in order for this to be true, like esports, though, it needs to be thicker. It needs to be bolder. It needs to stand out. And maybe these actually do need to be capped a little bit harsher. Yeah, that's better. More so than the rounding off. We'll do the same thing here. What did we take these up to? 3s? Well, hey, man, at least you got to watch it and you like it. That's a good thing. That's a damn good thing. I need reference here. So, no, shift, paste in place. Thank you. Take that off. Drag you down. And let's break that fill. We'll lock it in. And design. All right. I like sub a lot, but I watched Food Wars season 1 through 2 in dub, and there's nothing wrong with dub. And you watch 3 through 5 in sub. Yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with them. Like I don't have any hatred against reading the subs, but I don't like. I find some of the Japanese actor voices to be extremely annoying. I mean, like extremely annoying. So. That's why I personally don't watch it in that sense. Why do I have a feeling that that's not the same? Was that? That's a 3? Oh, that would explain a lot about that design. There we go. That's better. Let's see. But if you don't like sub, you're going to have to wait till 2021 until season 5 is dubbed for Food Wars. That's fine, man. That's fine. Dude, if you think like that's a long wait, it was like 2 or 3 years. I can't remember exactly. It was 2 or 3 years that it took just for them to come out with Sword Art Alicization after Sword Art Season 2. After Gun Gale Online, after they went back to Alfheim Online, after they ended the series there, it took them years to come out with the sub version before even coming out with the dub version. Right? It took that many years before that took place. And as a result, I'm patient. I don't mind waiting for the dubs to release. Hell, I waited years, and I mean years, for them to finally come out with the English dub version of the remake of Dragon Ball Z in the form of Dragon Ball Kai. I waited years for that to happen just for the Majin Buu saga. They made everything else quick, all the way up to the Cell games, and they stopped there, and then they didn't do the Majin Buu saga, and I waited for that for as long as it took before I ended up picking it up. And I'm okay with it. Waiting for dub does not matter to me. What am I doing? I'm in the process of designing Rebels mock-up for Rebels' new logo. That's what I'm doing. By the way. You ain't patient? Yeah. I already know this about you, Kirby. I already know you're not patient. This much I can say I know. There you go. We'll keep it like that. I think that's better. Okay, back to the mallet. Yes, like I say though, I already know that you aren't patient. Don't hold it against you. I think patience is a virtue that you learn with time, and it's not exactly for everybody. So I understand. I actually cheat those in with some rounding. Yes. Anyway, back to what I was trying to say. I get you, Kirby. But I am a patient person, and so I can happily wait for stuff like that. Happily. I'm so happy to wait for stuff like that because for me, I like to enjoy a show the way I like to enjoy a show. And if that means that it takes a while for me to get there, well, hell. Everything that's worthwhile in life is worth waiting for. Remember that. If you can, remember that. Damn, I'm gonna have to do that one manually. Other way, other way, other way. Come on, asshole. Go until that highlights smack dab in the middle. Oh, right there. Perfect. So about a 150. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I'm just going to duplicate that. No, I'm going to duplicate the whole damn thing. Don't be stupid. And then I'll adjust it. There we go. That's looking good. Okay, hold on. I could last a week waiting for Food Wars Season 5, Episode 3 to come out. But Episode 4 is coming out this Friday, and I can't wait. Dude. It's going to be an upsetting life for you. Because you're going to have to learn to wait for a lot of things. A lot of things. A lot. I think I need to crank this up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hi, you want to give me the ability to adjust it? No? There we go. I need to just add a little bit of light to it. I would like to do like that more. I do not. Okay. Cool. Besides, did you ever watch Game of Thrones, Kirby? Probably not. It's really not something somebody your age should be watching. But I figured I would ask. Maybe you didn't hear me earlier, Kirby. I don't know yet if I'm getting on Fortnite tonight. Maybe you didn't hear me. I don't know. Maybe you weren't paying attention. Maybe you were trying to get Controller played. I just don't know if I'm going to be on it tonight. Lay rip. is not working out for me. What size is that damn thickness? It's a 3, so it's the same damn size. It should be. It should work. It should work, Harold. Oh, we're just gonna go with it rounded. I've got about another 10 minutes of designing on this before I hop off of this, and then I will decide what I'm going to do at that point in time. But I'm not so certain it will be Fortnite. I don't know yet. I'll have to get back to you on that. Okay. And now I need these lovely red diamonds. I feel like I want to take the cheap way out on them and just do them all red and not worry about doing gradients on them. And just change the color of them, the color spectrum. I feel like that would be so much funner, or more fun, just to not worry about it. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the case here. All right, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for the lurk. Thanks for the lickety lurk. Okay. Let's start growing that just a little bit darker, just a shade darker, not a lot, just a shade. And we want that one that's all the way there on the bottom to be the darkest. To be the darkest of them all. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the darkest of them all? Yeah, I feel like that might be a cheap enough way to get out of it. What I really won't want to do is get to a point where I decide that I want to throw strokes on these things because I don't want to go back and edit them later. Just because this is more time than I wanted to spend on this mallet. But now if we turn everything back on and we structure everything properly, then we should have the element that we are looking for. Take that, throw it all the way up in the top, and bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. Except for that. That is not what we want. No. Ah, you bastards. Done did me wrong. Actually, you know what? Let's just move you and you all the way to the top. How's that sound? That sounds great to me. Bam. Now we're back in business. All right. So far, there's Harley Quinn's mallet coming together. And just to get it done right, there's a whole heap load of crap you gotta go through. However, the more I sit here and focus on that, the more I don't like that blue. It's too bright. It's gotta be darker. And then I'll take the black, slide it on in there. And we'll focus a harsh edge on the black. It's not soft enough. That actually looks more like a stroke now. It looks more like a stroke. Genius. Dial it back, buddy. There we go. Okay. And the white actually needs to be dialed back just a little bit so that it looks less like a harsh line and more like a stroke as well. All right, less like a stroke and more like a highlight. There we go. Now we've got our three-dimensional shape aspects there. I think on the very, very top of this mallet, I am going to apply inside of that gradient. I'm going to apply a very light white. Rip. There we go. Hold on. You're on TikTok and you're on my stream and you're watching anime. Beat that. Do I have to beat that? Because I mean that's like PogChamp right there, bud. I don't feel like I need to beat that. I feel like you got it all covered, man. Alright, that's way too bright. Let's take a lighter color. No, a little bit lighter than that. Take that, move that all the way up there. Spin this around. And then this is what I need to happen. I need that to be closer to the top. Ah! There we go. Nothing more than like a light accent in the back. I don't need it to be extremely harsh line or anything. That's better. All right. First night of designing on this logo. Gotta finish with the handle. Gotta finish with the handle. That's a really simple thing right there at the bottom. Gotta finish it with the handle. That handle is pretty straightforward too. It's just black. So we'll make it a gray. We'll make it a dark enough gray. All right, there is the start to our Harley Quinn mallet. I think that comes together very, very nicely. We'll go ahead and group all of that together. And that is the first element of our logo, the hammer or mallet that's used in the background of it. So, looking at all the reference images, we're aiming for something like that Mafia one, Team Mafia down at the bottom, right? This is basically what we're going for, this design where she's holding the mallet over her. And I think we will do a reflection. We will do that reflection, a vertical reflection. And we're looking for something a little bit more like, you know, kind of like that, like behind the back, over the shoulders, like such. Need to fix, if we're going for size like that, we'll need to fix some of the line work on there, because as we grew it, it kind of got a little distorted. But that's basically what we're looking for. Let's get Harley out of there. And just do a quick touch up since we have like 3 minutes left on this. Let's do a quick touch up on these guys right here. All right, so I need Yusa. Yusa Teko Winabongo. Oh, look at that. Better be a dead here than dead at the core. Isa, what's the music thinking? Hopefully you enjoy this game that I've started to play. There we go. So that takes care of that, except these diamonds do not look good like that anymore. The size of that. They need to be almost touching practically. Like tip of the sword almost touching. I feel like we can just go ahead and fix this one. Yeah, that looks 10 times better. We just need to fix you. There. Okay. As far as our prototype for our first mock-up design, we have Harley Quinn's mallet done and ready. Very crude, very simple, perfect for an esports logo. Without going too heavy into detail, I think it looks great. I think it looks great. Let's see what those look like if they're a little bit bigger, since this is all now bigger. Yeah, there we go. But yes, Kirby, to what you were saying before, I don't think I can top that, man, and I don't think I want to top it, because that's pretty Pog Champ. That's epic Kirby level, as always. And there's no need to challenge or do better than that. There we go. All right, guys. We're going to switch out of the design for right now. Let's go ahead and save this. We'll save this in one of our project folders. Okay, bam. We're done. We're done. I like that mallet. I like the way that turned out. It looks schmexy. And it really turns me. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the stream and then fire the stream back up, I think. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream on the design side now, and then I'll fire it back up for the gaming. So I'll be right back. Stay put, Kirby.